Welcome back to Black Belt Gamers. Spoofy gonna be playing the last little bit of our Crash Team Racing nitro-fueled adventure. We last left off, we should have first race against Oxide, and then we have all of our trophy races. And then we'll see if there's anything else after that. I don't think there's too much. Let's just go get the first Oxide race out of the way. He cheats quite a bit. I think he starts either a half second or maybe a full second before we get to. As some of the bosses you can kind of get in front of them right away so their items aren't an issue, but him, he cheats right away. See? Yeah. Once you get stuck behind him like this, now it's just obnoxious. I just gotta try to get past him on that nitro section, then it'll be fine. Or like that. Should be alright to beat him this time around now. Should be really hard to lose. Yeah, just get that nice little head start and then you should be fine. I just don't want to get too far ahead so I start seeing his items on the track.
believe you beat me. I never lose.
How embarrassing. I'll be the laughingstock of all Gasmoxia.
Fine. Your miserable planet stays gushy and green. At least you still haven't gathered all my time relics.
Until you've collected all of those and race me again, you'll never be able to claim you are the fastest.
This won't be the last time you'll face nitrous oxide. We will meet again.
We'll skip this for now and we'll watch it at the end when it's actually done. Because I think that's like 10 minutes of credits. Maybe longer. Ah, I forgot to change my character. We'll go do that real quick. Just to keep the trend. That's another game I'd like to play eventually is Diddy Kong Racing. I'll have to go see if I can figure out how to hook up my 64 through the capture card. So I think I have one of the HDMI adapters for it. I just have to find it. I don't know where I left it. I don't think there's too many characters left. Which one's there? Isabella? I think we already played as her, but we'll let that one go. Wish there was an easier way to cut all these load times out than having to sit in a movie editor, video editor, and just cut them all manually. Oh yeah, we still got Turbo Track and Slide Coliseum to do too. Or no, we already did Slide Coliseum. After we get all the gem cups, then it's Turbo Track. That was a pretty good race there. What's I think it's either Ruse Tubes or no, not Papu's Pyramid. Sewer Speedway or Ruse Tubes. But all of these are kind of just rudimentary races at this point. None of them are going to be too difficult. It's just going to be a matter of getting them done. Then we have one last relic race to try to get done. Get a gold on that, and then our final race against Oxide. Oh, Blizzard Blood, okay. Ooh, just barely made that. We didn't have the turbo pad, so we didn't have our higher speed. God damn it.
execution.
One last one. And I think after that we'll start we'll stick with the random. We'll stick with it. So there's like a couple characters it hasn't picked yet, but I think we've covered most of them. Oh yeah, that's right. I think I remember the Purple Gem Cup is against all the bosses again. You don't race them one-on-one. It's a 5-person race, and it's just Papu, Pinstripe, Ripperoo, and Komodo Joe.
Hit it! Watch the paint! Beep beep ciao! That was nothing! Hey, lay off the brakes!
Okay, usually if you have turbo, you should be able to get past that.
Hit it! Tread lightly! Let 'em rush! Vroom vroom! Perfect execution.
Thought it froze for a second there. Who's gonna finish off our next cup race? Oh, Hunter. Put this way over here. It's kind of ironic. It picked a green Hunter for the green gem cup. Well, as we get closer to finishing this last video, if you're catching this one, let me know if you'd like to see Spyro next or some more Crash Bandicoot next. Because I either want to play Spyro, the first game, the one I had when I was a kid, or Crash 3. I'm undecided which one I want to play first. But I know I'm going to play both of them. So I'm leaning towards doing crash first, just because that way I can kind of saber spiral a little more. But I also just, I want to play them both either way.
Look out, here I come! Look, something shiny! Speed King!
Dang, I think that's almost fast enough to beat the dev time on that track. Could have took a couple of the corners a little bit tighter, but that was a pretty solid quick one right there. But you don't really have to do a whole lot of the reverse turning on that track. There's some where it's mandatory.
I'm the Speed King of the world!
Oh, come on. The one thing they could have did.
Check this out! Speed King! Hunter! We love you!
Yeah, most of this just feels like a victory lap at this point. Like, unless something drastically major happens, I don't think we're going to be losing any of these races. Because the CPU doesn't really take advantage of the faster boosting mechanics and stuff. They just rely on whatever little bit of rubber banding they have in their coding, and that's about it. There's even the like the entropy and the oxide time trials, they're not difficult at all. swear I'm jumping off of that. Let's see if we can get the blue fire on the last lap. So now it should be Sewer Speedway, I think. Cortex Castle. Alright. I feel like we're jumping around kind of a little awkward on these courses. God dang it, I thought for sure I was going to lift up. Not bad. You can still race that almost a whole 20 seconds faster if you never lose blue fire, though. I think that's already the second cup done. These are going by a little bit quicker than I thought they would. There's 2 done. 3 more to go. Ooh, pinstripe. Nice. Platinum. But I think I know how we're going to finish out the last race with Oxide, though. So I'm also always on the hunt for like new, well, I shouldn't say new, but games that I don't quite have in my collection yet, or other people's childhood favorites. So if you have any old school games or retro games or recommendations, even things that are on Steam, more obscure titles, none of the mainstream stuff. If you got any, let me know in the comments below. I'm always on the hunt for potentially new things to play, or things to record, especially like co-op multiplayer, anything like that. Play with my some of my childhood friends. recently I played through Neo 2. Always played a lot of Monster Hunter. Definitely don't think I hit that.
I'm the speed champion, alright?
But otherwise, as far as my retro collection goes, I got a lot of games to play. Let's just put it that way. If I did one 10-minute video per game, I would be able to put a new video up for the next 2 years every single day. And that's not completing each game. So if I'm looking for content ideas, I have plenty, but it's also just playing some things that, you know, people would actually be interested in seeing, or picking the right games at the right time. But I know retro's kind of making a comeback with all the problems with current gen gaming, especially PlayStation's big DRM thing now. I don't know who decided that was an okay idea, but well, that makes it very hard for me to ever want to support PlayStation. Anything that's that anti-consumer. So I used to be a pretty big fan of Nintendo for a long time, and they were always kind of the more affordable console, always had more unique games or exclusives. But now with what they're doing with the Switch 2, it's... I don't know. It's like, I understand a business has to make money, but at the same time, there's, like, you've been doing it properly for obviously quite a long time if you've been making as much money as you have, but now it's just even more greedy than ever.
I'm the speed champion, alright?
So I've always been a adamant pusher of buy physical games, buy games where the content is either on the cartridge or on the disc. No downloads required. Don't buy code in a box. Don't buy digital unless you're supporting small indie developers, because the code in the box and any of that, the only person or entity that benefits is the publisher. That's it. It doesn't make it more convenient for you. Because down the line, if they decide to pull the license, pull the DRM or anything like that, you don't have it anymore. It's not yours. You're just paying for a license to use it. If you buy the physical copy of the game, then you have it. You have a physical piece of media that you can claim ownership of. At least if you're buying indie games like on PC and stuff, you still get the files. So you still technically have access to the game if you're savvy enough. You can always find a way to still play it. There's ways to do like private server stuff. That was a dirty spot to put that beaker. At least we can still get our blue fire back right here. That's a really clean race right there. Finish that cup off. So. But at least with what I've seen, as far as more modern gaming stuff, Xbox has a new CEO and they've kind of been changing some things up, but they're also like sitting back kind of watching all the backlash that Nintendo and Sony are getting, and odds are they're probably gonna put a positive swing on a bunch of their stuff to counteract everything else and give themselves a lot of traction. But that's also because as far as Xbox goes, a lot of their gaming market is also on PC, which that would be a good mix between console and PC for them to focus on, since they have such a broader multi-platform audience they can go after. That's what makes sense to me anyway, but I'm also not super greedy, money hungry, want to take advantage of all my customers just to make a couple extra dollars. But you can definitely tell where Nintendo changed, and that was once they got that new executive that was a former EA executive. Makes a lot of sense why they're doing what they're doing now, because nobody likes EA. A lot of people don't really like Blizzard anymore. A lot of people don't really like Bethesda anymore. And then those executives and CEOs from those companies work their way into other companies, and now a ton of people are not really liking Nintendo, and a lot of people aren't liking PlayStation. So can only survive for so long with terrible leadership. And once they start bleeding a lot of money, well, that's about the only time that things will change.
Say goodnight.
A nice big lag spike right there. But it's unfortunate that the only way to even get this change to happen is for them to lose money to begin with. So if you're against any of the crap that's going on, make sure you vote with your wallet sooner than later. as somebody that bought a Switch and has like a ton of Switch 1 games, the idea of not buying the Switch 2 was, initially I thought it would be kind of hard, but I don't know, it's $600 for a handheld. It's kind of a tall order to justify. It doesn't really matter who you are. And then $80 to $100 for each game. And even games that are 10 years old. Like, why is Breath of the Wild cost more now than when it came out? Come on, give me a shield, give me a shield, give me a shield. Oh, that was the only way I was going to survive there. But yeah, they made that warp a lot faster than it used to be. I don't even know if I don't think I have video of it, but I'm sure you can find it. Somebody outrunning the warp.
I'm the speed champion, alright?
Yeah, between Nintendo's key cards, game key cards, and all the other stuff that they've been doing between the bricking of consoles and all sorts of stuff like that, and now their abuse of the tariffs, like, the more time passes, the more reinforced my decision of not buying one has been. So I'm pretty sure that most people that bought Mario Kart World are back to playing Mario Kart Deluxe because it's a better game. More to do, better content, better racing. Like, when people found that loophole to actually do the proper races the way everybody wants to, and then they go patch it out. Like, if you're gonna patch it out, then find a way to put in what your consumers want. Don't just tell them, hey, we know you like to play Mario Kart the way it's been for, 30 years, but we made this game, so you're going to play it the way we want to play it. Well, I bet plenty of those people wish that they didn't buy the game at all then, because, it, rightly so, if it's a terrible game, it kind of deserves to flop. That's the only way that they'll make changes. The whole point of Mario Kart is like 3 laps of chaos. So what's the point of banana peels and hazards on the road if you're not doing laps where they run the risk of being a problem the next time around? Like, who wants to drive straight line like that with 30 some other players, have it be chaos at the start, and then one person gets a giant lead and then that's it? It's almost like they wanted the game to be Road Rash instead of Mario Kart, which, if that's what they wanted, then make a Mario spin-off of Road Rash. Don't change Mario Kart to be Road Rash. People buy Mario Kart for Mario Kart. Just like people buy Zelda for Zelda, and Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are not Zelda. You're never going to tell me or convince me that they are. Just in title, that's it. There's no dungeons. There's no tools. There's no sense of exploration, not in the same sense that the original Zelda games had. Who knows? They'll start bleeding money at some point, and then they'll make changes. They'll try to win everybody back somehow. But the only problem is, like, the super hardcore Nintendo fans, they buy everything all the time regardless. And it's like, I used to almost be there. That's why I still bought Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, because, well, I'm also a collector and I know those games literally will not go down in value. But at the same time, now they're going to resell Breath of the Wild for the Switch 2 10 years later for $20 more with no DLC included. So you still have to buy the Master Sword DLC or whatever it was called. So that means at the end of the day, you're probably paying $110 for Breath of the Wild when I bought it for $60.
I'm the speed champion, alright?
And the same thing's happening with Tears of the Kingdom. When it was brand new, it was $70. Now the Switch 2 version is probably $80 or $90. And then if they have DLC for that too, then you probably got to pay for that on top of it too. Like, So I think the Wii and the Wii U is kind of the last system where they were really consumer friendly with buying consoles and buying games and even buying like re-releases of games. But that was also still the time when Iwata was still around, so that makes a lot of sense. Now they have their new CEO, so everything's all kind of just a shit show. And now it makes a lot of sense as to why. Well, put me back behind the thing. Wow. Alright then. Let's keep this blue fire and not lose it. Catch back up. Or not. Alright. We'll still catch up though.
Watch your back.
I don't know why it's not making that turn. Man, I am just getting so wrecked on this track all of a sudden. How far back am I? Okay, I'm not that far back. If I don't mess up blue fire... Ooh, that'll work.
Say goodnight. Get some of this.
Unreal. You're serious with that? Come on. Man, Hot Air Skyway making me work to actually win.
Champion, alright?
It's like the only time that's happened in the entire playthrough. Is get Mario Karted super hard. Let's have a good race on this track. Aha, full blue fire lap. Look at that. 259. Alright, so we got one cup left, I think. And then turbo track. And then the last race with Oxide. I'm pretty sure that the 4 tracks we race on are just the boss fight tracks themselves. So Papu, Dragon Mines, Hot Air Skyway, and who's the other one? Ruse Tubes. up. But they actually race like actual racers. They don't have their boss abilities, which is actually pretty helpful. Because if they all had their boss abilities, this might actually be really tough. Lose our boost. That's definitely one of the tougher tracks in the game to try to actually just keep your boost on, but because there's some good shortcuts on it, the CPU really can't do much. Quite turn the shortcut enough. Alright, so we got one more shot at Hot Air Skyway now. Hopefully we don't get Mario Karted quite as hard this time. That was the closest I think he even got to losing a race this whole time. What was that bounce? Man, I don't know what is going on with not being able to cut these corners. Am I just like destined to lose on this track almost every time? Holy crap. so who haven't we seen yet? I know there's one. So we've had all of them. Had all of them. We had Fake Crash. We had Entrance. I think we did. Maybe not. He's probably the one that we haven't had yet. And Ebenezer. And Fixed Rillaroot. And we've also, I don't think we've had Emperor Velo yet either. But we'll see if it gives them to us. It's the last randomize. That's right, we're going this way now. Alright, Turbo Track. Last one. Hopefully we just get the gold right away. But I remember this track being a little annoying. But the main thing is just constantly building up your reserves and hitting the turbo pads as much as you can. I think that's more important than hitting the boxes. Gold. Ooh, we got the platinum on the first go. Alright, we'll take that. Alright, only one race left.
So, you're back and you've gathered all my time relics. I'm impressed. Well, it's about time I taught you a real lesson in speed. This race is for keeps.
We'll beat Cortex with this. Or not Cortex, Oxide. We'll beat Oxide with this. As far as I remember, I don't think this one's any different. Maybe he's just a little bit faster, but if you still kind of get in front of him right after that first loop like we did last time, should be it. Go. That's it. That's Crash Team Racing nitro-fueled. All gold relics, all gems, all trophies, everything. Should be 101% completion. We'll let the cutscene play out now.
You beat me once again.
Now I have to go back to the planet Gasmoxia, a complete loser. I must be getting slow in my old age.
That's it. I'm finished racing with these mushy backward worlds. Keep your miserable planet.
I'm out of here for good.
Whoa!
Well, that was a fun little blast from the past again. Don't know how many times I played through this when I was a kid, but still worth it. Definitely recommend it. There's a lot more tracks to be played. It's too bad the online isn't quite what it used to be when it was originally active, but there's still plenty of game here. Lots of challenging dev times and stuff to beat. That'll be where you'll get the most values if that's the type of effort you want to get out of the game. The adventure mode's not too bad, but they have, I don't know, an extra 20 bonus tracks that aren't even in the adventure. Definitely worthwhile pickup, either on the PlayStation or if it's on Steam. I think it might be pick it up there, or I have the Switch version. But Switch version could use some improvements on the load times, but there's a bunch of stuff in the game, so that's why it takes so long to load. All these credits wrap up, we'll just get our outro out of the way. Thanks again for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the series. I'll decide which one I'm going to play next, either Crash 3 or Spyro 1. It's going to be one of the two, unless there's some comments on a preference for which one I play, but I'll probably have that started next week. So you got a few days to get some comments in, see which one people prefer. But otherwise, we'll let these last few credits roll, and we will see you in the next video. Take care. They're finally done. I'll put a chapter in so we know just how long that was. Holy crap, that's the longest credit experience I think I've seen in a game. That was like 23 minutes. But I guess we got that nice little picture at the end. But I doubt anybody watched this long. So. Alright, we'll catch you in the next one. Take care.